best advice I've ever gotten in life. Open every door that you possibly can. The doors that close, let them close. And just keep walking through the ones that remain open. You see, life is full of opportunities, but not every one of them is meant for you. Some doors will shut in your face, and that's okay. Don't waste your energy on the ones that won't budge. Instead, focus on the doors that those are the paths meant for you. Life experiences teaches us that persistence and adaptability are key. When one door closes, it's not the end, it's just the sign to redirect your energy. Keep pushing, keep exploring, and keep moving forward. Success isn't about getting every opportunity. It's about making the most of the ones that are truly meant for you. So keep your head up, keep moving forward, and let the right doors lead you to your destiny.
Hey, you guys, we're going to talk about something real fast. Let me get this jacket. Hold on. It's cold. We're gonna talk as we do our affirmations for the night, and then I'm gonna lay back down. Okay. So I want to basically talk to you about, well, I want to encourage anyone, okay? Because I know a lot of people probably saying, how did this person, after everything that this person went through, everything that we have done, they still standing? And the only thing I can say is God. That's the only thing I can say. It's God. So I want to share a message that resonate deeply with many of us. The power of faith. The power of faith in overcoming life's storms, overcoming adversity. Many people often wonder, how did he make it? How did he make it through all those challenges? Life can be incredibly tough, mhm, presenting us with tests that seems like that will never end. So a lot of people witness individuals facing trials that shake their foundation. Let me get right here. That shake their foundation. Yet I grew stronger and more resilient. The role that I played with, the role that you're supposed to play with faith, not just play with faith. The role of faith. Just say it like that. The role of faith. Because you got to have faith in your storm. Because if you don't have faith in your storm, you're not moving nowhere. You're not going anywhere. Faith plays a big role. Prayer plays a big role. Prayer, faith, prayer, believing and trusting plays a role in your life. In this perspective, the answers to this question can be up to two words. It was God. It was God. Fate provided me with the strength and courage to navigate through the turbulence. You know, the turbulence, like when you're going through the plane, in the plane, but I never been on a plane before, and it was tough. I never been on a plane, but I never heard about it. You know, like that man said, we ain't even had we. It was back in the day. It was microwave. It was microwave, but some he said, whatever he said. I couldn't even think about it. But my hope, my hope that I had hope. I kept my hope up. I know that God will turn any situation around. When things not when things not just looking the way that they supposed to look in your life, always remember that a God plays a big role in our lives. But we got to trust and believe in him. Put faith. But I know a lot of people saying, I I know, but if a lot of people would have put their foot in my shoes, they wouldn't have made it through the storm. They wouldn't have made it through the storm. God's honest, that's the God's honest truth. Wouldn't have made it through the storm. Test after test, lie after lie, backstab after backstab. My name was ran in the dirt like I wasn't worthy of being on this earthly land. But God would turn it around for you. I'm a testament of that. God would turn it around for you. And you just got to believe in him. You got to put your faith, man. Because if you was in my city and just know the things that I've been through in this city because of people don't want to take accountability for their own actions. I've been through the ringer in this storm. And I still have people listening, monitoring spirits, gang stalking. They stalk outside though. That's it. They just be outside. They stalk in the house. But at the end of the day, it's only God. It's only God. And people still trying. People still trying, but they not getting nowhere because God have blocked them off. And they don't understand that. They don't understand that because they ghetto. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's a lot of ghetto people that I'm up against. Ghetto. It's non professionalism about none of that. None of that. And then it's so crazy because they got law enforcement with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? It must be God in the midst of it all. Listen, you got to tell yourself, it must be God in the midst of it all. They got law enforcement working with them. They got private investigators working with them. They got family members working with them. They got a whole lot of people working with them. But it has to be what? The Most High God that stepped in and made a way. They have the law enforcement. When I tell you law enforcement, working with them. That means if you got all this and you can't take one itty bitty 120, I weigh 120. I'm 5'5", I weigh 120, and you can't take that, then it got to be something. God. God. That's who it is. After all I don't know, I just heard people saying black magic, voodoo, all this, stealing my mail, putting kids on me, everything. Then it must be what? God. It must be God, because everything that you say, everything that you do is not add up to what God think of me. You understand that? You understand that? So yes, I walked through my storm with no bruises, no scratches, because it was God. They wanted me to commit suicide, to kill myself. You understand? And and the only reason that I know, because I said it in front of family members, and they looked at each other like, "B word, do it. We want you to do that." I've been through it, but God brought me out. Woo! Through God, grace and mercy. Let me tell you, through God, grace and mercy, I can only thank Him. I can't thank no humankind. I can thank God. And that's what I want you to have in your life today. I want you to start standing. If you go through a storm where you don't understand it, it's the unknown and a lot of secrets. It's a lot of secrets. You don't even know what's going on in the storm. You have to when you start praying, God will start giving you clarity. I'm telling you, God will start giving you clarity because I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what was going on, how it was going on, because they made it up to be whatever they wanted to be. I didn't know what was going on. And for one, I'm just gonna go back to when it first started. For whatever it was on my Facebook. The Facebook that I shut down because I didn't want Facebook. I didn't understand what was going on. So whoever it was, they wrote on my Facebook, but they got in my Facebook to erase it, for they can put their lives the way they wanted it. For I wouldn't know what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you this because this is my testimony. This is my testimony. If I would have knew what was written on my Facebook, I would have knew the person. I would have knew what was going on, but they didn't want it like that. They had to rig the situation. They had to rig the whole situation up. This is what they did. They had to rig the whole situation up. When they rigged the whole situation up, they erased whatever was on my Facebook. They erased it. They deleted it. So they can set it up the way that they wanted to set it up. Somebody in a group that was still dumb, said, no, we're not gonna do it like that. We're not gonna do it like that. Don't put it on Facebook. We're gonna do it like this, so we can put it like this. So let's say that he was with your wife. Let's say that he was with your wife. I got clarity on that part too. Say that he was with your wife. Yeah, they set it up like that. And when I started praying more, God started giving me clarity on different things. Just say that he was with your wife, and then that part didn't work. That part didn't work. Then so I started seeing kids stuff. I'm like, what is this kid stuff going on? So I'm smiling about it because it's funny. I done made it through my storm. You understand what I'm saying? So it was the kid stuff. So I'm like, kid, what is going on? I'm actually in my mind, I'm going crazy because everybody know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. So it's kid stuff. Then what else it was? Then they started throwing girls on me. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what is I'm like, what is going on? I'm not understanding none of this. I'm not understanding none of this. And then I started getting a lot of people. Then I started getting a lot of people following me. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I still don't know what's going on. And people just laughing and kicking because they know I don't know what's going on. Listen, they know I don't know what's going on, but they laughing at me. they just really laughing at me. And so I'm like, what is going on? They all behind the scenes and everything. And I hear them laughing at me because I'm going crazy because I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm listening to certain things. Then I hear people saying, don't give them no money. And I hear people, just saying little things and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, so what is really going on? So then I had a little job before like I had a job. They used to follow me to my job. I seen like my nephews and all them. They was like behind the car. They was at another building. I seen all them sitting back there, chilling or whatever. I'm like, why is they following me? I'm like, why is they following me? What do they want? I seen all them behind me. They thought I didn't see them, but I seen them. They was right there at the other building. I was working in Rowlett. I was working in Raleigh. I seen them. I tell them I pay attention to everything. So I'm like, why is they following me? I seen my little nephews, them, they back there behind me or whatever. They thought I was just sitting in the car and I wasn't paying attention to them. But I see y'all back there. So I'm like, what is really going on? Because these people are crazy. I'm like, these people are crazy. They don't think I see them. I see them. And then so they start having this little eye contact stuff or whatever, looking like demons. Everybody looking like demons. And I'm like, it's something possessing these people. Like everybody. Like for real. Like I used to go down to my daddy house and people used to stand. And this for real, this is my testimony for real, because people used to stand like this. And you know that they possess on something. Something is not right with these folks. I don't care if they family members or what, but they demonified. It's something that's possessing them to do this because they looking crazy. And then so every time I'm in a car, like if somebody pass by, they do their little hand or they'll kind of scratch their head to know whatever that means. I used to pay attention to all that. Understand? So, but it's only God that brought me out the storm, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So keep your faith up. Remember that God works in mysterious ways, and He'll work behind the scenes for you. Just don't worry about what people do, because people gonna do it anyways. You understand? People gonna do whatever they want to do anyways. So don't worry about them. Okay. So we're gonna do our affirmations, but I'm just giving you a little bit of my testimony because I went through the ringer. I went through the ringer. But at the end of the day, God brought me out of that or whatever. I'm just telling you, like, just how people would set you up in the midst of everything. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And so, like, how I just had to sneak about. Now it won't show up no more. I put in something about what Lakeis Jackson in Dallas, Texas, been on recently on the news, and so it won't pull up no more. It won't pull up no more. I can't find that nowhere. But I snuck and I did that. But it says something about murder. Murder who? So all this stuff, everything that they have tried to do to me, God brought it to the front street for me. God brought it to the front street for me. I had to start praying more. I had to start soaking in, and I had to start. I'm telling you, when I got in the bathtub in my apartment, I just knew that, just I knew that I had to start praying, and He started giving me clarity on certain things, and He started guiding me. He started guiding me. These people had cameras in my house, like for real. They had cameras in my house, like hidden cameras in my house. Probably one in this room. I don't know. They had hidden cameras in my house and in the bathroom. Like that is ridiculous. Like in the bathroom, what? Like my thing is all this stuff that you're saying. Like, why do you have to have? If you innocent on whatever you have done, if you innocent on all that stuff, why do you have to have hidden cameras in somebody's house? Why you have to do all this stuff? If you innocent in everything that you're saying that I did, if you're innocent, then why you got to do all this stuff? Why do you have to have gang stalk? To have somebody to gang stalk somebody? If you're innocent, listen. If you're innocent, why do you have to have all this stuff to prove that somebody is guilty of your crime? Why do you have to have all this stuff? That's why I say people don't think. Because if you're innocent on whatever you have done, if I supposed to have done what you done, then why do you have to have all this stuff? Why do you have to pay people to do stuff to me if if you're innocent? That means they're not innocent. They're guilty of the crime. You already prove yourself guilty. You already prove yourself guilty because a person shouldn't have to pay nobody. A person should have to pay nobody no kind of money if you're innocent. A person shouldn't have to use gang stalkers. A person shouldn't have to tap into somebody's computer if you're innocent. You're guilty. You already proved yourself guilty. That's stupid. That's why I say I don't understand the storm, but I made it through the grace of God. That's the only thing I want to tell you guys. Just remember, just stand 10 toes to what you believe in, because God will bring you out your storm regardless of how it looks. Just go through the unknown. Just don't know anything. Don't worry about if you didn't get to tell your side of the story. Don't worry about it. Okay? Do not worry about it at all, because time will only reveals itself. Okay? So if did nobody tell you today that they love you, just know that God loves you.